What up, my freaks? Ruinous Insight here with part 5 of my Total Warhammer 2 modded Imrik campaign. So as we saw last time, we have finally destroyed Eschen and have also attacked and destroyed the first army belonging to Red Cloud with a pretty easy battle. I mean, they're not really gonna stand any kind of chance against us, even with the second battle coming up with a half a stack, or a little bit over half a stack, plus the garrison. They don't really stand a chance. They're a little bit too weak. Now, fortunately, in terms of difficult battles, I do imagine that the fights against Malus are going to be considerably more difficult because the Dark Elves do have access to Dark Shards and some more fancy stuff. More importantly, on the a greater scale, we've got some issues. We are running out of money every single turn. We've got rebellions all over the place. And yeah, I'm really loving how this campaign is actually making me work for it. I always appreciate that, as opposed to the campaigns that end up feeling too boring. Anyway. Let's see. I guess we're going to jump straight into this battle because there's not really much to do otherwise, especially as we can't do anything up in Caledor because we can't afford another army to do anything up there. So let's get into Shattered Cove. Before we start the battle, and it will be a cinematic one, I just want to remind you guys that this is the 5th episode in the series, and therefore when I like to remind you guys to drop those likes and comments if you are enjoying this particular Let's Play and you want to see it continue on a relatively regular schedule, as that is what it gets based on. So anyway, let's see what we're up against. Let's see. 4 units of cav. We actually faced as much cav last time. The dragon princes were able to take care of them all just fine. We got 4 bosses, but once again, or heroes and bosses, whatever. That's fine again, because Imrik can kill them all, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, I don't really see this being any kind of a threat. Let's just do it. And let's see, and then I was about to say maybe attack Admiral Leech right after, but I imagine he's going to actually move away as soon as we try, but hey, let's find out. Alrighty, here we go. Essentially a very similar strategy to the last time we fought the Red Cloud Orcs, to be perfectly honest, which is to set up in a sort of defensive blocky type formation. The two things that are different is A, I tried putting the Elven Rangers in these woods, and apparently these aren't woods. I mean, they look like woods, but they don't confer the hidden trait, which I take it means they don't actually function like woods, so they don't matter. Then instead we're going to be using this little rock as a sort of wall, since we can't use the woods and can't use the rangers for that purpose. Now the other difference is, now Imrik has stock because he's defeated Deathmaster Snitch, so he should be able to go around the entire enemy army and hopefully assassinate the enemy lord. That'll be even more interesting when he's on his dragon, presuming that that buff still carries over. Now, unfortunately, the enemy dog, or the enemy goblin is on a doggo, a wolf. And we will see why that is a major issue for Imrik in a few seconds. Now, otherwise, we're just basically setting up and moving our army in such a way that our Eagle Claw bolt throwers can get some damage in. I am going to actually set the 2 Eagle Claws to 2 different type of shots, one for the multi-shot and one for the single shot, just to try to see how effective the 2 are by comparison. We've also got our mage up front, as she usually is, waiting to cast all the flame storm right into the enemy blob as soon as they blob up, as it were. So, all right, let's wait. There we go. We got our first shots coming in. Ooh, and we got Orky strongholds overlooking all this stuff. Cool. That's really cool. Huh. It's interesting that we're fighting this outside of the settlement, despite there's clearly an Orky controlled Karak over here. Like, look, we have an entrance. This is clearly an Orky stronghold, so I'm not entirely sure why they've decided to sally out. Maybe they're just being orcs and not thinking about things, but nonetheless. Anyway, so let's watch some of this stuff. The orcs are going to mill around for a little while for some reason instead of just directly assaulting us. Looks like the first few shots coming in are going to hit the 2 goblin heroes over here, but it doesn't really matter because we're just going to switch them out. And there we go. There's the comparison shots coming in. Alrighty, obviously the multi-shot's not doing a lot of damage, especially to the orcs. They're probably considerably better against the gobos, but you know what is effective? A flame storm in this blob. There we go, right into the flaming meat grinder. Glorious. And, okay, yeah, they ran past it pretty quick, I will admit, but look at all those bloody orc corpses. Well, let's see how much damage that was. It's about 3 units under half HP and 1 unit about 25% damage. I definitely think that was worthwhile. In the meantime, let's slow it down a wee bit. We have the first 2 units of Goblin Wolf Riders charging in to the Dragon Princes. We are going to move up the white lines to protect them, or not to protect them, they don't need protecting, to help them out a wee bit, just because the enemy do have more troops moving in from the sides out here, and they might need line holders. The first of the enemy troops is going to... Ooh, wow, you went flying off your horse, didn't you? Or off your doggo. Yeah, speaking of doggos, look what we have here. Imrik is chasing this guy down. In fact, he's been doing it for a while now, and he essentially can't catch him. It's actually the funniest thing. Basically, the entire battle is this. He just tries to run around catching him, and it's impossible. I'm not even sure if this guy's trying to attack him or not, or just trying to lead him on a wild wolf chase. I can't stop laughing at Imrik being unable to catch him. On his elven steed too, who should be pretty fast, and this guy's weaving in and out, dodging, bobbing and weaving. I love it. Poor Imrik, and he actually does take some damage to enemy archer fire in the meantime as well. Well, obviously we don't really need to watch any of this. If anybody could play Yakety Sax, I really wish that Yakety Sax was royalty free, because I'd be playing it right now and just watching this. Oh man, it's so ridiculous. Otherwise, let's see what's going on with the rest of the battle. We have a goblin big boss moving up, and it's going to get focused down a little bit by our archers, but I quickly see that the archers don't do enough damage to make it worthwhile. You need the heavy arrowheads, or broad arrowheads, or whatever the hell they're called, for the elven archers to actually kill the enemy heroes a little bit better. So they are going to focus down the enemy army. Otherwise, over here, our dragon... Oh damn, I forgot to rename you to Trogdor, because you're our first dragon. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Our dragon dropped down on the 3rd unit of Goblin Wolf Riders, the ones that weren't engaged by our Dragon Princes, and that allowed them to get caught by all of our Elven Rangers, who immediately helped the dragon with destroying them. In the meantime, the enemy army is approaching ours, and they're going to have a pretty bad day. I mean, we do have our spears in guard mode, ready to... Okay. Yeah, this is not as good because our arrows are probably hitting our own. Actually, probably take a decent amount of damage, lower than half HP here. And there we go. On this side, we have a giant pile of orcs readying up and allowing the spears to hold them back. Fortunately, this is exactly what we want in terms of fire spells. Here we go. This time we're going to cast a Burning Head. It is going to clip our forces a wee bit, but it's going to clip theirs a lot more. And it's actually going to go through the rocks. I actually angled it in this way that it would clip ours a little bit, in the hopes that it would touch the rocks and, like a wall from a settlement, bounce off and hit the enemies again. Unfortunately, not the case. Lucky that it didn't keep going through and kill all of our white lines over here. Although, maybe I should have angled it in such a way that it would go through these guys. I didn't think it would go this far. Oh, and it almost looks like it's this stone skull turned to fire. Look at that. That's a pretty cool lineup, actually. I like that. Man, I should have taken a look at this just when the skull was over. Yeah, that was actually pretty good right there. When the skull was over, the fire skull was over the stone skull. It's skull o'clock. All right, anyway. Yeah, look at all those bloody corpses as well. I think that did just about even damage, or maybe even more damage than the flame storm did. Pretty good, I think. And look at back here. Look what's happening. The enemy goblin is still completely unhurt, and Imrik is still chasing him. Oh, I can't take it. We can see them running around in little twirls in the background. I love it. I also really like how how all the spearmen are sort of in a circle poking at the enemy hero with spears. It looks pretty cool. Especially with their lovely green and red shields. And there we go, the enemy are going to get their Wa buff, so suddenly they're going to get a lot more powerful. The enemy here appears to have routed, I think, judging by the fact that it's moving away, but otherwise the enemy units that are remaining are going to hit a wee bit harder. Now in the meantime, I believe as soon as the Wa popped, the enemy lord actually turned and started hitting Imrik. Finally, Imrik actually does immediately start taking a wee bit of damage. I wonder if he got a... Oh, he's very tired from chasing him around all that time. Well, the Goblin Great Shaman is fresh somehow. I wonder why that is. Huh. That's actually interesting. Why would you be fresh if you spent the entire time running away from Imrik? Weird. Weird. Well, now that Imrik is hitting him, he's actually starting to do some damage. There we go. This guy's quickly shaken and dropping down to HP. Imrik, finally get your revenge for that wild wolf chase. That was the most ridiculous thing. My favorite part of the campaign thus far, though. But I really hope it doesn't happen again, because it was also annoying as all hell. I was hoping to get rid of this Goblin Shaman. It's the only reason I sought to bring Imrik out this far with his stalk ability. I want to get rid of the Lord so that the enemy army was broken. Fortunately, the enemy army now is broken. We're going to get one last piercing bolts of burning on top of the enemy, but they're all routing already, and there we go. Couple of big ones. Or biggins running away, there we go. And yeah, we're gonna kill them all, but obviously this is a settlement battle, so we don't actually have to chase them. I do, in complete spite, wait a few seconds just to see if we can actually catch the Great Goblin Shaman, but unfortunately he's much faster than all these characters. Maybe if we get some speed buffs on them, we can, we can fix that, but hey. Anyway. Well, let's see how everybody did in terms of damage. I'm really curious as to the testing on the two Eagle Claw bolt throwers. Alrighty, an easy enough little battle, especially for Michaela with her 62,000 damage with all those fire spells. Pretty damn good at magical support, I gotta admit. Although... let's see, let's give that to the white lines, I guess. Although the frickin' chase with Imrik trying to catch that damn Goblin Great Shaman just running around in circles is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. Wow. I also decided to do a test, as I said, of damage output. Okay, yeah, the test is pretty conclusive. Yeah, and it is as it should be. So the first Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower was the one that was using single shot, and then the second one was using multi-shot. I did want to compare exactly how much the damage difference would be between the two, and it is pretty massive at 3 times. They did tell them both to target similar types of units, so like Orc Boys and such, although I did have this one target Orc Boy Biggins at one time, but I did notice that this one was getting more model kills, but that's once again not surprising. That's what it's intended to do. Probably not worth it to use it against Biggins, maybe against Black Orcs. Hard to say. I'll have to do some more testing. Everybody else did well, as always. The Dragon Princes clean house, but they actually took some damage this time. They dropped to nearly half HP, I think, before the end of round healed them, but still. Very good. Alrighty, let's take this, and with that, Red Cloud should be destroyed for good. Will this fix our money situation? Not really, unfortunately. Alright, faction destroyed, a Red Cloud. Yeah, they're all dead now. What do we have here in Shattered Cove? We have a free port. It is giving us 250 money. We're gonna have to tax this. We're gonna have to tax it right away. We have no choice. Okay, so that's taxed, and we do have a commandment available. We're immediately gonna go into... I guess we're going to go into construction cost reduction. We're going to have to replace... I was about to say this with artisans, but I guess we replace this one with artisans? Or do we just keep the... maybe we keep it. I mean, the growth is kind of helpful. Okay, you know what? We'll keep it for now. We'll replace them with artisans later. Yeah, the public order here is going to be a problem as well, isn't it? Especially, well, the corruption is going down. There doesn't appear to be any more Skaven corruption here, so we should have a little bit better public order. We are going to have to book it back here to Flayed Rock. Hopefully it doesn't die, but I think this stack needs to be at like 15 before they can assault this and have any hope of winning. Even with a hurt army, we do still have the towers, and Skaven are pretty weak at assaulting walls. Now, as you guys pointed out, there were some very good comments with regards to tips about the rights there, and the invocation of Assyrian, popping that again. There was a comment that it would be pretty useful as it would be construction cost reduction, but on top of it there's a lot of good stuff in here like public order, which would prevent us from needing to deal with that. Again, more influence. There's a lot of good stuff in here. I will definitely admit that. And I would like to pop it. The only thing is we have a rebellion here, and we have one right here as well, which means we should wait. We should wait for at least a turn or two until those rebellions are over, or at least until they stop giving us positive public order back, because we don't otherwise gain any extra public order. And I do want to maximize that. If we're going to pay 3k, which is basically half our money, it's actually more than half our money, we should definitely get our money's worth, shouldn't we? Alrighty. So, Imrik, you leveled up again. You're level 15 now. I would love to get you on your dragon, buddy. I really would. We just can't afford it right now. Let's go for... Can't get Dragon Pact yet. So let's get Astride the Battlefield. There we go. And gives us, what, a little bit more buffs to our cav units. Alright, fair enough. And with that, I believe we can end this turn and turn our sights on Malus, or actually probably turn our sights on this little rebellion first, take care of that, then move back down to Malus. Alrighty. And last time, at the end of the last episode, okay, yeah, see, Admiral Leech did move away as suspected. The problem with that is that Shattered Cove will then get attacked by Admiral Leech as soon as we declare war on Malus. So that'll be an issue. Tyrannog probably wants a non-aggression pact. We're not going to do that because we will be attacking it at some point. And I also want to see several things. Okay, so we got Great Eagle and Warline charge bonus. Swell. Not getting really anything out of that, are we? We can get... What do we get next? Yes, let's... Oh, we already powered this up. Okay, well, I guess we power up the Illyrian Reavers because there's nothing else to do. Man, and... we went decentralization. Is there one that gives public order? I would really like some right now. It would really help. I'm not seeing any, unfortunately. No. Damn. Oh well. Oh well, that's fine. Let's see. What are we going to do here? Oh, wait. We got... Did we get an extra follower here? Oh, White Peak just got wrecked by Tyrannog, and damn! They have a freaking full stack here. We can't even manage a couple units. They're gonna be a problem at some point. You, in the meantime, you can have a Beard Weaver, yeah, it doesn't really do anything for you. Have a Minstrel. I wish that you could have several Minstrels in your party. Just stack nothing but Minstrels. Alrighty, so you stay where you are, and you can't do anything, so I guess you're stuck. You are public order, yeah, that's fine. Alrighty. Now let's see what we do. Okay, now Fortress of Warag it's still gaining public order, which means we don't want to move yet. We want to move you. And we want to move you up here as fast as possible, all the way to, like, damn it, these little forests, they screw with our movement range so damn much. But we gotta go up there, we gotta deal with this, then we gotta go back down here, grab that, and then move on to Malus. He's going to be upgrading Dread Rock by the time we do that, isn't he? We could leave this and just hope that Flayed Rock survives. I just don't think it will if this becomes a full stack. That's the problem. And judging by this rebellion, it's starting to look like they will go to near full stacks. Alright, Imrik. I mean, I guess it's free XP. Although I really would have liked to go after Malus. Alright, go. We'll go after Malus after this. We still have to grab that anyway, so it doesn't really change anything there. Can we build anything here? I'm not going to upgrade that, despite the fact that it's relatively cheap. Anything here? We can't get the level 3 artisans. They're not worth it for their cost yet. They take too long to pay themselves back. You can't be taxed -9. Yeah, okay. Okay, I guess we technically should probably build a plaza here. Alright, just build a plaza. It's not that expensive at level 1. And then I guess we end the turn, and then pop the Invocation of Assyrian next turn, I think. Alright, will this attack happen right now? I'd love to fight a little siege battle. I would absolutely love it. Let's see, Clan Scryer is fighting with Karazakarak, a military alliance with Karazakarak and the Golden Order. The dwarfs are certainly making lots of alliances, looks like, damn. And you're not going to attack. Faction destroyed, Crooked Moon Mutinous gets swell rating. You can actually move a Norge stance right to the edge of this, can't you? I think you can. Just go right to the edge, as close to the edge as you possibly can. So I think that this army gets forced into having Imrik reinforced regardless of what it does. Okay, there we go. We're fine. Now we're going to pop this invocation. Or should we save up a little more money? Well, we're actually not saving up any money, are we? Will you attack? Huh. Okay, you know what? I think we wait one more turn. Just allow this to happen. This is going to be a full stack. Yeah, this might actually be an actual fight. Oh, that'll be fun. I really miss sieges. Don't get a lot of them. So I'm always excited when I'm on the defending side. Alrighty, settlement upgrade available. Wait, settlement upgrade. Oh, Flayed Rock. You know what? We'll wait one turn. Or do we just pop the invocation now? It would be a waste of one turn worth of 5 public order. But if we pop it right now, we can reduce the cost of this. And we do need this, so that Flayed Rock can defend itself later. Oh man, okay, yeah, fine. Do it right now, even though we don't have really have the cash. Go. At least we get the lots of various benefits out of it. Alright, now... Get that, Haven. Stay in construction cost reduction because you're going to build an artisan here right after. Look at our money. Look at our freaking money. Oh my god. Okay, well, as soon as these guys attack, we should get some nice buffs or some nice cash out of that. Let's end the turn. Let's see if these guys attack and whether Imrik reinforces. If that happens, we'll probably auto-resolve this one. We will, however, be fighting the orcs when they decide to finally attack us. And... who will it be? I guess neither of you are going to attack, really? Okay. Alright, Sword of Cain claimed. Got a bunch of influence. Rating. You. Auto-resolve this, please. I really don't see these guys standing any kind of a chance. Yeah.
It'll be no contest at all.
Should we fight this? I mean... I feel like this is a waste of time. That's the thing. I'd much rather fight Malus and fight harder battles. You know what? Yeah, just auto-resolve it. Screw it. Like, look how little damage we took. We have so much range superiority, and yeah, they would have done some damage with their Plague Claw catapults, but it's not a big deal, to be honest. Let's execute the captives for more free XP, keep this army high level, then go back into March Stance and go into this. I hope that we can do that in March Stance, then move through Shattered Cove and down to Dread Rock. We're ignoring this, ignoring it completely. Ah, there we go. Alright, so once again, we're going to... wait. Challenge the dragon, yeah, because eventually we're going to want to fight this. Let us leave this, though. Your perplexed scouts inform you that a strange-looking creature has been spotted, skittishly hiding in some nearby undergrowth. After going to investigate, you encounter a lizard-like creature of Lustria you recognize as a skink. Stranger still is the fact that the creature speaks your language. The skink tells you that it is the Herald of Imrath, a legendary star dragon of Lustria that is known to be in alliance with the lizardmen and beasts who live in its territory. Such a powerful dragon is worth reaching out to, but what message would you have the Herald send back to its dragon master? I'm almost tempted to leave it be, just for the free money and stuff, but we're gonna get the other stuff soon anyway. Once Imrik has a couple more dragon princes, we'll just start challenging all the dragons one after another anyway. So yeah, and these two are obviously pointless because we get the lost treasury, so screw that. Yeah, just challenge the dragon.
Face me.
There we go, and we gain Celestial Strength out of that, plus some nice buffs, including a regen buff. Imrath's Temper, Shooting Star, what do? You give a Bound Vortex Chain Lightning spell, lovely. That's quite lovely. Alright, let's see what kind of enemy forces we deal with here. Okay, this is pretty basic. Oh, reinforcements expected, yeah. Okay, I'm willing to bet the reinforcements are a lot tougher than this. And I believe somebody did lay out what the lizards would be like. Like, if this was this army just by itself, I'd fight this right now. Unlike the freaking first dragon, what the hell is up with this? How dare you, game? How is this the first one? Why does that seem so much more difficult? And why does that... What the hell is going on here? Why does it say that this is so much easier? Because these are hyper elite units. We have a freaking Hyro Titan in here. And a Warp Sphinx and a lot of good stuff. Whereas this is half and half. It's bizarre. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. Either way, let's head out to Malus. Alright, and Michaela leveled up again. Let's see. We've been using a lot of stuff. These two are maxed out as we've been using them more than anything. I guess Arcane Finesse gives us miscast reduction, vigor loss for phoenixes. He's probably never going to have phoenixes in his army, so that won't matter. Miscast chance, cooldown to all spells, eh? Yeah, that'll probably be worthwhile even if it's at -5. We are going to max out all of the fire spells, though. It'll probably prevent us from going through this line at least too much. I'm almost tempted to say maybe don't even max out the Burning Head. Well, we should max out the Cascading Cloak of Fire because we do use that. Maybe keep these in 2 because it's rarer to use Burning Head as opposed to Piercing Bolts of Burning and Flamestorm. Even though, yes, I did just use it, but nonetheless. All right, let's head down to Dread Rock. I was about to say Great Rock, but not so much. Not so great after all. Now, we are finally losing. We're finally losing Public Order again. I imagine this army's going to attack us now, which is lovely. You're actually gaining... Yeah, you're at -1. Okay, so we'll need the money, so you're going to have to use that. And temporarily, at least for one turn, switch out to Rebuild Lost Splendor. We're going to upgrade both of these. And we should upgrade the Marble as well. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff in this place we should upgrade. Oh man, that we can't afford. And what else do we have here? Haunted Forest. Oh right, we need the timber. But we can't delete this right now, can we? We might need it, and we might not have enough money to build another one. That's the problem. Just keep it here for now, I think. I'd love to delete it for the extra money, but not an option. Let's see, Intrigue at the Core we don't really care about. I think we just can end the turn and just head down to Malus, as I was saying earlier. And go. And we can't even look at Caledor. That's the unfortunate thing. There's too much stuff going on. And not enough money to make an army there. Oh, look, a foreign trespasser. I wonder what he's doing. Ah, there we go. Are you going to siege? No, you're just going to... yeah, you're just going to siege us. I wonder what the time it takes is... Summon besiege a Fortress of Urag, buildings damage. We can't repair because you're under siege. What's the time it takes? 5 turns to run out of supplies. Yeah, they're going to build some towers, but I think we'll be fine. We have a dragon here. We have some white lions. It's a rebellion army. It's an orky army. Unless there's a bunch of Arachnaroks in there or something fancy, I don't see them winning it. Plus, I'd really love to fight it. This seems so suspicious to me here. Just incredibly suspicious. What are you doing, Tyrannok? I really don't like this. If they attack Torsathai, well, Torsathai could actually probably... Yeah, it could defend itself. Val's Anvil's a little bit weaker, though. I'd love to build some more stuff. I'd even love to get some Regiments of Renown for Imrik right now, but we can't afford any new units. I mean, damn. I'm almost tempted to get some... I mean, or we could build these up top. Huh. Build them up top in Caledor. I mean, not right now, obviously, because that's all our money, but, yeah, I'll see. I'll see. In the meantime, let us proceed to Malus. We'll hopefully leave this to take care of itself. Alright, go, go, go. I do wonder if Malus has a full stack. We'll have to try to attack and take Dread Rock in a single turn before his full stack arrives, presuming that it's not there already. Alright, let's end the turn. Let's see if these guys attack. Come on, give me a siege, please. I will love you. War declared between Clan Moors and Grimgor's Ardboys. I guess we don't really care about that. That's our enemies fighting amongst themselves. Although everybody around us is our enemies, so, you know. Alright, it looks like the orcs aren't attacking us quite yet. Oh man, if we have to sally out, that's going to be a much bigger problem. You don't go into Malus's territory in March stance. I think that's a bad idea. And I don't think we're going to need to heal to full.
Seeking glory.
Oh, look who it is. Ah, damn it. You know what I should have done? I should have moved here and I should have gone with an ambush because we probably could have killed Malus here. Attacking this with Malus alive is probably unlikely to result in a victory. Yeah, they do have a bunch of these, they do have a bunch of Black Ark Corsairs who I believe are probably superior to our High Elven Rangers, especially as they are leveled up. Malus probably has red line buffs, whereas we have no red line buffs at all. Because Imrik isn't going to be bothering wasting precious red line points on basic units. Alright. It's a difficult issue. Let's upgrade, I guess militia training, doesn't really matter. I did want to get some buildings built here. We're gonna have to untax this. Let's see. Elven Artisan, Colonnade, oh man, you know what, no, just go Marble, I think we'll leave the Colonnade for now. It is an extra 2 public order per turn though, but it's all our money. You know what, we have the Invocation going right now. We might as well use it. We'll have to untax this after. In the meantime, go back to Tribute to the Phoenix King. And you. I think we gotta go back to Tribute to the Phoenix King with you as well. Oh, wait, right after we build an Artisan next turn. Yeah, okay. If we can afford it. We really need this to attack us. Alright, unassigned skill points on you, Luaran. You can have, I guess, go Bowmaster, because you're gonna have a bunch of Sea Guard. Oh, this guy didn't attack us. Okay, cute. If only we could afford another army. I'm having a lot of fun with this campaign. And turn, let's see what Malus does. And let's see what you do. Please attack now. Come on, come on. Attack. Do it for me. Yes, 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 a siege battle. Oh, I've been waiting for this. I'm going to enjoy this to the fullest. Obviously, this is going to be a cinematic battle. I'm going to have to make a cut since the other battle was a cinematic one as well. And I hope you guys enjoy this. So here's the cut. All right, there's the cut. I'm still laughing about Imrik chasing that wolf around because I just commented over that battle now, which was the reason for the cut, as I was saying. Oh, that was amazing. And yes, I'm aware that I could have and should have stopped Imrik from chasing that wolf around, just had him kill some goblin archers or something like that, but it was too funny to stop, and I was so distracted by it, I didn't want it to stop. But anyway, we got a siege upcoming, which I'm really excited for since we don't get too many sieges in campaigns in general, because the AI is too afraid to generally siege a walled settlement, so this is going to be a real good time, I think. Yeah, they have gobos, and they have a decent amount of archers, but we have way more archers, and with the white lines on top of the walls, I really don't see the gobos being able to do anything about that, so let's do it. Alrighty, here we go, an actual siege with siege towers and stuff where we're on the defensive. I love it. Oh, I absolutely love it. As I said, these are so damn rare. It's really unfortunate because I feel like sieges are really fun to play, but yeah, the AI is not programmed to get into them. Something Phoenix King indeed. Alright, so let's see what we're doing. Basically, I mean, it's a pretty darn simple setup. We are having all of the archers on essentially the sides here, whereas the main portion where the towers are going to appear are our spearmen and primarily our white lines. We are obviously going to target the towers or focus them down. We actually are doing a fair amount of damage to the towers despite our own basic towers, i.e. our defensive towers and their siege towers. So it looks like several of them are going to drop. We are also sending our dragon to deal with the enemy rock lobbers to prevent them from killing a lot of our troops. This was kind of a mistake. These guys, the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, are actually hidden, so they couldn't be seen. So only when the dragon arrived here did they become noticeable. And I thought, hey, that's okay. It's a dragon and should be able to survive this just fine. But apparently the Spider Riders do fair amounts of damage when they focus the poor dragon down with that many arrows, despite the orky accuracy. So yeah, not much we could do about this. I decided to keep this dragon here because at the end of the day, these are all garrison troops, right? We don't actually care if they live or die as long as we win the battle and as long as the enemy isn't going to attack us again. So sorry, dragon, you're going to be sacrificed on the altar of getting rid of the enemy's only siege weapons. Oh, and I just noticed that the Fortress of Vorag is a vampiric territory because we got all these vampiric structures. Oh, I really like that. They're built into the skull here. That's pretty good. Oh, loving the vampire counts in general. I love this layout. Nice. Anyway, let's get back to this. Obviously, we are going to target the enemies with our archers as much as possible. I don't really care about the enemy cav units here, but the enemy ram does have to go down. Now, we do have units protecting both gates, a unit of spears, and oh, the first enemy siege tower goes down, and the second one quickly follows suit. Let's see if we can bring another one down, although I'm not entirely sure. I think we should be able to bring at least one down, and man, that unit got absolutely destroyed. It ain't coming back. Let's just stay right here, and in the meantime, we can see the dragon getting quite beat up in the background. See how fast it drops. Surrounded by a single unit of spider riders with spears and attacked by a bunch of range units. And oh, it looks like this tower is going down as well. There it is. That orky face is crumbling, and the unit should be at about half HP, and we're going to... Oh, it's actually lower than half HP. Interesting. Huh. I wonder what decides that, because I'm pretty sure, no, never mind. I was about to say that I've done this before, and I swear I saw one of our units drop to half HP, but it had actually almost gotten out of the tower, and I guess only some of the units took damage, so that's pretty interesting to know. Yeah, see, the dragon is being chased down, it is routing, and the spider riders are not actually letting it lift off into the air where it might survive, although obviously it might not. Fortunately, it did achieve its purpose in that the goblin rock lobbers have abandoned their actual artillery pieces. For some reason, the AI, when forced off the artillery pieces, actually starts using the crew as melee units, which doesn't make much sense. Over here, in the meantime, we are bringing down the orcs that have command of this siege ram. They're not moving. Why aren't you moving? I'm not entirely sure why they're not moving. Well, the ram is stuck, and okay, there it's got to move a wee bit, but so many of them are going to drop that they are going to rout. Oh, and it's an error boy unit. I think the original boys that were leading the ram died, and then the error boys started pushing it forward. So instead, the AI decided to get some error boys climbing the walls over here, wherein we're going to obviously wreck their faces with a bunch of spearmen, even if the spearmen are weak. Now, over here, the two enemy siege towers have actually arrived and are going to be able to get on top of the walls, but it is a bunch of gobos against a freaking unit of white lions, so I don't really foresee us having too much trouble with this. Plus with the spearmen helping, obviously. Let's watch this because there's not much left to this battle. I really wish this tower wasn't here because it's kind of interfering with a view. We are getting the rest of the white lions charging in over here just so we can get the rest of the archers moving a little bit closer and killing these archers as well. And there we go. We also have our hero, our noble, in here to help out with the situation as the enemy hero is arriving. There we go. An orc war boss by the looks of him. And I'm really not liking the camera angles here. Okay, there we go. Better. Wee bit better. There we go. It's Warboss versus a noble who is wielding a halberd, and you have the the shield and the cleaver there. Alrighty, but fortunately, even if the war boss does win, they don't appear to be actually doing much, if any, damage to each other. And I also tried the ability that we have here, but unfortunately it doesn't work on top of walls for some bizarre reason. I feel like it should work on walls, considering the fact that it's used for defense. Although I suppose it's wait, is that due to the ritual of Assyrian, or do our settlements generally have that? It's been such a long time since I played High Elves, so I'm not even familiar with them. At least not the way they use their spells and stuff. Well, not like Winds of Magic spells, because the lores are shared, obviously, primarily mine. But this I'm not familiar with. And I don't even remember what's this called. Is it Vols something or something? Maybe. It doesn't really matter. I guess we'll see next battle. And look at this. This war boss is completely surviving here, but all of his minions are getting destroyed. I think they're trying to rout and run away, even as they stream out of the tower. They're just getting obliterated here, and in a tiny little line. So there we go. I believe that is the chain route, because all of the units shuddered in such a way that seems to indicate, and that's that. This battle is over. Obviously, the enemy weren't able to really do anything about the archers. They just took care of everything, even though they didn't do a crazy amount of damage. I mean, they've been firing at these goblin spider riders this entire time, and it's taken this long to bring them all down. But yeah, at the end of the day, since they couldn't get their ram through, all of their cab became useless. Our dragon did die, but otherwise we're just fine here. Oh, and I guess these are the undead towers, right? They're not the high elf towers. So they're firing whatever that is. Interesting. Interesting, and we're just going to wait here for a few seconds, just going to try to chase down this war boss, kill everything here, because of course this is a rebellion, and it is going to still be alive as they are on the defensive, and then they will simply attack us again if we don't kill them all. So yeah, just speed it up a wee bit quickly. And come on. War boss is going to take forever to die now, simply because we don't have a lot of armor piercing, although the white lions are armor piercing. If they can surround him, they can certainly kill him, but they're clearly having a difficult time of it. And come on, chase him down. The archers are helping out. Noble, come on, you got this. Somebody smack him. One more time, please. Anybody, get him. Alright, at the end of the day, he gets brought down by archers who are now facing this way just to get rid of any of the extra units. I don't know why this unit is milling around like this instead of running out there and going into the city and running away, but hey, who cares? As long as the units are dead, they're dead, and we do get the win, plus we get a little free cash out of it, so I will certainly take it. Alrighty, an extremely easy siege minus the one screw up with the dragon, which unfortunate, but hey, it's a garrison dragon. We obviously don't actually care about any of these units. I did overestimate its resilience to the enemy forest goblin spider rider archers. That is one long unit name, but yeah, I thought it would be way tougher to bring down than it was, and I guess the other forest goblin spider riders helped as well. But anyway, we are, oh man, minus 10 relations with high elves, but I think we have to take the money. It hurts, but I mean, we do need it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Wait, do we not get a basic amount of money as well? I don't know. We don't. We only get the money out of that. Oh, I was hoping for way more money than that. Yeesh. That was not enough for defeating a full stack, I feel. Oh well, what can you do? Let's see, repair costs are going to be 1, 2... Okay, a little over, about 300 maybe, a little bit under. Alright. Well, at least we managed to pull that off, and unfortunately, with that, this episode is going to have to end. Oh! Malus moved away from Dreadrock. I was actually hoping to fight him. Okay, I guess at the start of next episode, we'll immediately attack Dreadrock. We should be able to take it just fine now that Malus is gone. And then maybe what we'll do is we'll sit outside it in an ambush stance. Malus will be like, oh, hey, this is free territory. And he's going to go in, and then we'll try to ambush him, kill him, take possession of all of the Dragon Isles, and destroy this faction. After which, we're going to probably move north. I do imagine Zufbar, this is Zufbar, right? Are probably going to declare war on us sooner rather than later. They're minus 101, and we are sharing a border with them now. At least Grimgor and Karakazul are busy with each other, so they don't appear to have wanted to attack us quite yet, but it'll happen eventually. I'm actually quite curious to see whether the dwarfs or the orcs will win, but until then, we're free to roam around and do our own thing here. I'm kind of tempted to go down here and talk to... What is this? What is this? Oh, it's one of the battles. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of tempted to send... but we can't send Imrik down here. Oh, but what if there's like a Skull Island out here somewhere? what if maybe after we take Malus's territory, we send Michaela down to check out the waters in this area? Because if there's a Skull Island, I would rather get the 20k, which would allow us to fix our economy. In fact, we should really keep an eye out on Skull Islands. Because if there's one up here, it might even be worth it taking a loss of several turns worth of cash for building the army if we are able to immediately recoup it and conquer Toranrock as well. The longer we take it, the longer it has to build up into a garrison that'll be really tough to fight with a basic army. Which is obviously going to be unfortunate, but hey, what can you do? I'm not seeing any Skull Island. Oh, I see one right here. Okay, I see two here. Oh, this is good. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna have to build an army here. I mean, we were always gonna have to build an army, but we're gonna have to save up enough cash to build an army. Even if it's a basic army, just enough to conquer both of these Skull Islands. Even with losses, we don't really care about that. Yeah, we'll have to deal with that next time, though, as obviously we are out of time. As I said, and next time will be Malus, so stay tuned for that. So with that said, as always, I do appreciate any and all feedback with regards to the gameplay or the way I do things on this channel. If you have a second, please do take it to leave a like and or a comment to support the channel. It really does help. As always, all glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.